I woke up that morning thinking it was just another day. I was 22 when Marcus proposed to me. We'd grown up together since kindergarten when his family moved 3 houses down. Our parents became best friends, and we had joint family dinners constantly. When Marcus and I started dating at 17, both sets of parents threw us a celebration dinner. He was there for me through everything. My panic attacks that made me feel like I was drowning in air. He'd hold my hand and breathe with me until I came back to myself. When my mom made that comment about my weight gain, saying no man would want me, Marcus looked her dead in the eye and told her she was wrong, that he loved every single thing about me. My sister Vanessa was different. She never hugged anyone, barely participated in conversations, kept this wall up between herself and everyone else. But somehow, she opened up to Marcus. When she struggled with addiction at 20, Marcus sat with her for hours, talking her through the worst of it. She told him things she'd never shared with me. 6 months after Marcus proposed, Vanessa texted me asking if I wanted to go to a club downtown. We had never, not once in our entire lives, gone out together, just the two of us. She said she'd been thinking about how distant she'd been and wanted to make more of an effort. I wasn't the club type, but I thought maybe this was a turning point for us. After a couple of drinks, I was actually enjoying myself. Then Vanessa spotted this guy across the room and went to get his number. 2 minutes later, she came back furious. The guy had rejected her and said he'd take my number instead. I immediately told her that guy was an idiot. She just stared at me with this expression I couldn't read. Then she said she needed the bathroom and we'd head out right after. I waited at our table. 10 minutes passed, then 20, then 40. I kept sipping these colorful cocktails the bartender kept bringing over, thinking Vanessa had ordered them. After about an hour, I started feeling strange. Everything seemed too bright and too distant. My vision got blurry around the edges. I figured Vanessa must have left, so I headed toward the exit. On my way out, I bumped into Derek, a guy Vanessa had dated briefly the year before. He asked if I was okay. I said I was trying to get home. He mentioned he was leaving too and suggested we split a cab since we live in the same area. It seemed practical, so I agreed. We got into the cab together. I tried to find my phone to text Marcus, but my hands weren't working right. Everything was spinning. The streetlights were leaving trails. Then everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I was on a couch I'd never seen before. My head felt like someone was hitting it with a hammer. Derek was sitting across the room. He explained that I'd passed out completely in the cab, and since he couldn't unlock my phone, he brought me to his apartment and let me sleep it off. My phone was on a coffee table, completely dead. He handed me pain medication and water. I told him I needed to get home immediately. He called another cab without argument. When I walked into my parents' house, everyone was there. My mom, my dad, Vanessa, Marcus, and Marcus's parents. They were all sitting in the living room. The second I stepped through the door, Marcus exploded. He was yelling, asking how I could cheat on him. I was so confused. I tried to explain that my phone had died, but he wouldn't let me finish. Then Vanessa jumped in. She called me a liar right there in front of everyone. She said I'd been flirting with random guys all night, and when she came back from the bathroom, she saw me leaving with Derek. I tried to tell them exactly what happened, that I felt sick and Derek had just helped me get home. That's when Vanessa pulled out her phone. She had photos. In the pictures, Derek's hand was on my lower back as we walked toward the exit. The angle made it look intimate, deliberate. I was so out of it, I didn't even remember him touching me. Marcus's hands were shaking as he looked at the photos. His mom started crying. My mom was crying. The room felt like it was closing in. I begged Vanessa to call Derek so he could tell everyone the truth. She didn't hesitate. She called him and put on speaker. Everyone went silent. And then Derek said I'd beg him to take me back to his place. He said we'd slept together multiple times that night. He said it with such casual confidence. I started screaming.